Well, hi everyone. I continue to discuss my physics, on nature's physics, physics from nature's perspective, or God physics. Only because the rest of the scientific community has been observers, and they've been observing the nature or experimental results, and so their relationship or the current sciences are observed and observers, and observers tell their story, and I'm gonna be telling both sides. I mean, of course, I only need to make up for the observed side of the story, and or the nature side of the story. Continue about the gravity. The gravity, another phenomenon is the gravity and the light. And from one explanation is that I was given probably only one right now so far. And the first and the only one explanation of a light passing a large object like a sun, and then the light will change its direction. And forget about the thin air around the sun, and there are going to be some infractions and so on. And also the sun also has its electromagnetic environment I mentioned earlier, and especially for any objects made of atoms, its most exterior or the most outside atoms, or the atoms on the surface of the object, they are like a water molecules on the surface of water, or any liquid, and there are atoms on that surface. So you have surface tension there, and for a solid or for for a sun or for anything, it's most exterior, the outest atoms, and their nuclei and electrons have only one direction cancel or interact with them, because they are the most exterior, most outside, kind of like our skin. Compare with the versus the interior atoms, and has other atoms around them, and chances are their electromagnetic fields are more or less contained, so to speak. So around the edge or the surface of an object, say like a sun, when light passing by, going to interact with that electromagnetic environment. And since light or photons, lights are electromagnetic wave, that tells us gravity. In terms of general relativity, the nature of that gravity is electromagnetic. And I hope I made that clear. And to summarize that, from electro and magnetic point of view, we know that what's the how do we put it? Opposite attract, and like repel. However, when you have a whole bunch of them, and you mix them up together, and the total sum close enough to neutrality, and neutral is also neutral are also attract each other. So the nature has this little likes repel, opposite attract, neutrals also attract. And I guess that's a little conclusion. Okay, further on, so far we understand the our universe, or just say the solar system. The slowest or the most exterior is our solar system, our sun and our the planets. And this is a balance of gravity. And gravity is relatively weak, so this speed is relatively slow. And when you reach the electric level, namely near or inside an atom, and we're talking about the balance of electricity. The positive electric fields of protons and the negative electric fields of the electrons. In order to balance them, and an electron had to move around like our planets. Since the electric force is a bit stronger, and they had to move a bit faster. So far we know the classical solar system kind of atom model doesn't work too well, and now we adapt the thinking of quantum mechanics, and accepted it pretty much. I think most people in the scientific community. It's Schrodinger's equation. So the electrons are moving so fast that to us, human, our cognitive abilities, and it's a distribution, or it's a cloud around the center of the atom nuclei, the electrons. Furthermore, if we go any deeper inside the atom, my guess is that they're going to be the magnetic. And the magnetic forces are the strongest. So far, we still cannot separate magnetic poles. We can't even, I don't have a good word for it. The magnetic monopoles still we have trouble getting our hands on. So from small to large, from exterior to interior, from the planets to electrons, and then the next gonna be magnetic monopoles. The balance of the speed become larger and larger. Planets move around, obviously, slower than the light. Electrons move around, chances are can be pretty close to the speed of light, because when we heat something up, and atoms start moving, and electrons jumping from face to face, and creates the photon. And at that moment, chances are the electron is either close or pretty much right at the speed of light. And then when you go deeper, in order to balance the magnetic poles, monopoles, they had to move even faster. So the deeper there, it's should be much higher than speed of light. The ratio may very well be the same between, say, speed of light and the speed of planet, and so on. So from an interior to exterior, the most interiors we can imagine, or I can imagine, is the balance of magnetic monopoles, and that speed is higher than electron, and that force is higher than electronic. And the chances are that force, you might even say, it could be four-dimension forces. The pure magnetic force between magnetic monopoles is higher than a higher 3-dimension, or is as high as can be in the 3-dimensional space. And then when you go one step outside, you step into the world of the electric world, the electric balance, and that's the so far we know it's a Schrodinger's equation. Of course, the magnetic balance, we don't know much about it yet. And then that's near or close to the speed of light. And then when you go one step outside further, you enter the world of gravity. Then that's weaker than the electric world, and the speed is slower than the light, much slower. And then that's pretty much the case of gravity, speed of light, and a magnetic future. All right. That's so much about. Oh yeah. Compare parallelly, corresponding to Schrodinger's equation, gravity is Kepler's law. So Kepler's law balance gravity. Schrodinger's equation balance electric force, and the interior, it will be somebody else's equation. All right. Okay, next time we'll talk about gravitational constants. A constant, just one, and anti-gravity, and so on. Alrighty. See you tomorrow. Bye.